Good morning, traders. The StockCast. My name is Todd Derby, along with my co-host James Mason, where our goal every day is to bring you some insights and ideas to your daily trading activities. Good morning, James. How are you?
Todd, good morning. I'm doing well. So I'm just going to sit in my lower chair today because I don't feel like sitting in my higher one. So
You want to sit in your high chair today?
Yeah, I want to sit in my high chair today.
What's going on in the market today, James?
Oh, man. All right. So Dow futures are currently up 124 points. S&P 500 are up 15 points. And let's just go ahead and take a look at the daily charts. So stand by a second. All right. So here are the S&P 500 futures, and this is on the daily chart. And let me see. Let me throw up some Bollinger Bands. All right. So pink line, 86 EMA, white line, 9 EMA, and then this other set of lines is Bollinger Bands. All right. So here on the daily chart, we can see this downtrend is still continuing. We're kind of forming a little base of support right in this area, but with how strong this downtrend is, if we would have kind of a little bottoming out here, I do expect another dead cat bounce, really kind of like this. But this setup right here is going to be tricky. And I'm saying that because while I'm extremely bearish on the market, we don't know what the federal government is going to do to try to save it. And in my opinion, I mean, they're not dummies, but at the same time, yeah, they're not dummies. I was going to say they're not dummies, but at the same time, they do dumb stuff. It's not that they do dumb stuff. It's just they have their own agendas, and they only care about themselves. They're just going to look out for what truly benefits them and their group of people. So this setup right here is going to be weird. It's going to be challenging for everyone to trade in the overall market. This is where we have to watch out for Jerome Powell come out with whatever BS that he'll probably do. And we have to watch out that no trickery takes place to where they make this like spike up quickly. And it looked like such a bullish spike that everybody in the entire market thinks, okay, just another bounce in the market, just like here, and so on. Because we still have a great amount of potential that if they would do that, that they're not going to be able to hold that up. It would probably get rejected right here around that 44.85 range on the S&P 500, and then just get slammed right back down. We have too many macro events that are already unwinding themselves in the market. So this is just something that I'm going to have to keep an eye on as it starts to transpire. Now, if that doesn't happen, if Jerome Powell and the government doesn't come in to try to throw a lot of money at the market and save this sell-off, which they need to sell it off, like let it sell off. It doesn't make any sense. What they should have done is let up on their quantitative easing a long time ago, but they should definitely do it now. Like, let up off that crap. Sell off a lot of their stuff that they have purchased. Bring the market down. Will it be tough? Yes, it will be tough. But it's better to be tough sooner than later when you run out of any firepower. But yeah, as for what they're trying to do, I don't know. But anyways, that's what I'm just kind of concerned about right here in the overall market. Like, they're trying to hold this up when there's there's really no reason to hold it up. Like the market, it's in a downtrend. I mean, we can see it on the daily chart, like literally pointing straight down. So we'll just have to watch out right here. We need to see this to have a better sense of direction. We need to see this break below 42.47 on the S&P 500 to know that we are continuing on. If we're trading in between this range of 42, or if we're trading in the range above 42.47 up to, we'll just say 42.20, I'll put a line right here. If we're trading in between this range right here, this is where we're going to get chopped up. And that's what we need to watch out for, especially if we're trading with options. This is also that scenario to where if you're swing trading, one, macro events. Now, while I'm extremely bearish on the market, and I believe that a lot of people probably are as well, but there are still long opportunities here. But at the same time, we don't want to be swinging contracts that don't have any time left on them. This choppiness will deplete, really the premiums on your contract. Like theta, if you don't have enough time on your contracts, theta is going to destroy you. So just keep that in mind, guys. If we're going to continue to see this downward pressure on the market, we need to see it break below 42.47 to confirm that we still have the direction. Now, once we break below that, if we do, which I feel like we would, but if we break below that, then okay, game on. So just keep that in mind, guys. I hope that helps you out right there. I just wanted to speak about that because this is very important. This is going to be tough with swing trading. So any questions? I'll run through the comments. So good morning, everyone. Let's see what we got going on.
While we're reviewing comments, go ahead and hit that like button. We're at low 50s this morning.
All right. So let's talk about the stock everyone's here for.
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook, yes. Actually, Facebook is a good one to talk about before predictive oncology. All right. So, man.
So real quick, before you get into the actual stock, I can't tell you, and it's a decent number, how many people were literally frustrated, upset, lost because they didn't have their Facebook feed to scroll through. And I have joked for years that it's all fun and games until you take away the internet or your PIN number, and where we aren't able to communicate, like, because we don't know how to communicate properly. And for 6 hours yesterday, we saw that take place, and that was interesting.
Honestly, it was, maybe I have a weird way of looking at things, but it was actually a cool experience to go back and experience life before Facebook. But literally, like, if you think about it, like Facebook was literally offline yesterday, as in Facebook didn't exist anymore. Like their DNS would not even, you couldn't even look up their DNS. And it was just like, it felt kind of like the internet was empty. That's how much of a significant role that Facebook plays in the world. That's crazy, in my opinion. And it really puts things into perspective on how addicted you are to social media. Everybody is. Everybody.
Yeah.
It's our lives. I mean, it's crazy. All right. So we all know about Facebook. because if you didn't know, we literally just talked about it. But we can see this downtrend going on in Facebook. Now, to kind of compare it to the S&P 500, I was just saying, you see how these daily candlesticks in Facebook, they kind of come down here, they're grouping up again, and it looks like they're forming that support. And then, oh, surprise, large gap down. In an ideal situation, when we're talking about trends, that is what I would expect to see coming up for the S&P 500 and the overall market, as long as the federal government doesn't do anything crazy. If they just let it run its course, this is a setup that it should do, just like this. Group up again, and then a significant gap down, and then just keep on rolling downhill. So yesterday, Facebook had a nice gap down, strong sell-off, but it is kind of balancing on this support right here around 328. We are currently at 329 pre-market here with 5 minutes to the bell. So we are up 3 points from yesterday. Now, for Facebook, we have to watch out for this little fake bounce. It come up, and potentially we could see Facebook consolidate a few more days. But again, really, who knows? Like I was saying about the overall market and the S&P 500 being within those two ranges and needing to see it go below, I think I said like 42, 47 or something. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I'm right. 42, 47. Again, we have to wait for confirmation on the overall market. So something like Facebook, I mean, we can see the direction, plain as day. But to understand the direction, we need to wait for the overall market to break below those certain ranges. So everything else is going to pull down below it. So I'm extremely bearish on Facebook because, one, it's Facebook. It's just a crap company. And screw them. That's why. I mean, all right, so POAI. So, like, don't get me wrong, guys. You guys ain't dumb. We've been waiting a long, long time for predictive oncology. I know you're tired of it. I'm tired of it. I won't lie. I am tired of it. I'm tired of the wait, but it's just one of those things. I mean, we're talking anything in the bio world. There's so much legal stuff that has to take place. And if they're dealing with contracts of any sort, no matter on what level it may be, for dealing with any sort of contracts, the legalities in the bio world, there's so many checks and balances that have to happen and have to maintain before the news gets pushed out. And everybody always has to keep going back for reviews, especially when dealing with big pharmaceutical companies. A big pharmaceutical company will continuously go back to review the stuff before they make a final decision, even after they've already made the decision. That's just the way it is. So I understand if you're tired of waiting, and if you already have nice profits, I can't hate on you for wanting to take profits. That's not my business at all. That's up to you. But predictive is still going to be standby to standby, and we won't know until we know. That's unfortunately the nature of this business, and it's just a big old crap sandwich that we have to continue to eat until they say you guys have had enough. So that's pretty much all I can report about predictive oncology.
That's all we know. I mean, yeah. I'm hearing from people asking me, and we're about a minute and 15 to the market, but I'm hearing from people saying, hey, when's it going to happen? I don't know. No one's called me and say, hey, Todd, here's the lowdown. We just know that we're trying to solve a puzzle, and we've walked through this puzzle multiple times and explained where we're at. We could be completely wrong. Don't think we are, don't think we are, but I mean, we are trying to read the tea leaves here and figure out what's going on. And if we're right, we're going to be some very, very happy people. I'm not talking about me and James. I'm talking about families and members and etc.
Exactly. So, all right, guys, that is all I have today. Hopefully, I do believe, in my opinion, and this is only on my opinion only, based off of just nothing. We'll just say that, based off of nothing. I feel like we do have a good chance that we receive news this week for predictive oncology. So for anybody who's going to try to message me asking about what I know, I'm probably not even going to respond to you because I don't know. So other than that, yeah, that's all I have. So the bell just rang. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Be careful, guys. Today will probably be a bullish day, but man, if it goes into a whipsaw, it's going to be rough. So trade safe, trade smart, and if it was me, I would personally, if I was going to day trade, I'm not obviously, but if I was going to day trade, I would only do it with small position sizes. I would not try to put any size on to day trade, just for the sake of watching for that rug getting pulled on me. So, all right, guys. So take care, trade safe, trade smart, and we will catch y'all in the next one.
See ya.